I think there is a massive amount of benefit from seeking as diverse views as possible in terms of how you run your business or grow your business. I learned farming from my father, and he ran a good farm, a successful farm, but in terms of things have changed in the last 40 years around how you run a farm, and it's much more complicated. They've got much bigger, and the pressures that are there. It's also to think about getting a large range of people to get advice from and compare yourself to a whole range of different operations. So what's more important is to think about who to ask. There's a lot of farmers that have built great farming businesses that are really willing to give advice. They started out as that young farmer and now they run large farming businesses. And they had a lot of experience of how to manage the funding pressure of that growth, how to manage the staff issues around managing that growth, all of those type of things. They will be very willing to help. They want to share their knowledge and stuff, and they're willing to commit the time to give it. There's various times a year when they have a discussion group. Many of them, the experienced farmers, still attend those discussion groups themselves, and they're often an active contributor into them. They see the benefit of continually learning and continually to evolve their business and develop it going forward. I think if you're going to go to the effort and ask them for help and they give their time up and their resources up to make themselves available, it's really important that you do go out there with a willingness to actually listen to what they're doing. They're willing to give advice. They're going to want to make sure that it is followed up and taken into account and stuff. Otherwise, it's that they won't see the benefit for doing it. Because it comes down to that willingness to seek out information and try new things. There is a whole range of ways of learning to do things different around the willingness from within farming or right across business. Farmers are busy and it is hard to find time to do this stuff, but it is a really great way to grow the business, to be able to allocate some of that time to thinking about how you learn around it. And often if it comes to discussion groups or if it comes to mentoring, it's more an issue of time. There isn't actually a large expense with it. It's just that willingness to go out there and seek information. Milk prices are low and things are tight, it's hard to find the money, but in a way it's actually probably the most important time to get that extra advice.